All right, let's go. Oh boy, good afternoon everyone. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. It's a little after 5 on Wednesday. So, what's new? Well, I actually just came back from a counseling session. Yep, that's right. I go to counseling. I'm not really sure what I'm going to talk about for this ride, but I guess it's kind of turning into talking about me and who I am as a person and what I kind of deal with on a daily basis. Sorry, I had to do that. If you see a tunnel and you're on a motorcycle, you have to do it. So, I guess this is going to be a bit personal, but I have actually been struggling with depression and anxiety for, I would say, about 6 to 7 years of my life. And I only just recently got just started to get help for it. I guess it kind of started back in the middle of high school. I kind of went through this mental change, I guess that's the way you would put it. My perspective on things like kind of drastically kind of changed, and there were good changes, but a large part of those changes were relatively negative. And initially I didn't really think much of it because I had never had issues with depression and didn't really know what it meant to be depressed, and I didn't really know what the signs were, because I live my days, only in this mind and this body. Any change that I feel has to be relatively sudden for me to actually notice that it's a change. And it was a very gradual alteration of who I was as a person. Depression is a funny thing. It creeps up on you, and it kind of envelops parts of your life, and it fluctuates. It doesn't just stay at one location, and there's ups and there's downs, and they really take a toll on the mind of someone who is suffering from it. It really sucks. And I guess this goes for all mental illnesses, but it's so hard to have a condition that is pretty much completely invisible to the observer, but is so dominating for the individual suffering from it. And I guess that's why it was so hard to reach out and get help from family and friends, and to really acknowledge it as a problem. I mean, just until recently has mental illness been a widely accepted idea. I mean, I live here in southwestern Pennsylvania, and there's still so many people that don't believe that it's actually real. I mean, there are people that don't believe in climate change. So many people around here don't believe in climate change, and it's frightening. But I mean, there's still a lot of people around here that just don't think that people can have depression, and they think it's just people that need to suck it up. And you know what? It doesn't work that way. So I talked with my family this past December about it for the first time ever. Previously they had not been aware of it at all, and I had spoken with friends about it. And I guess there have been a couple moments in my life the past few years that have really kind of affected the kind of person I am today. I would say my motorcycle accident in 2015, and then the 3 different surgeries I had last summer. And then I would say one of the hardest moments of my life was when a good friend of mine committed suicide last fall, the weekend of Halloween. I'm a member of a fraternity at my college, and the young man that took his own life was one of my brothers in my fraternity. He legit lived down the hall from me. And he had been someone that had been struggling with depression. And so when it happened, it completely took everyone by storm. It was such a shock to all of us. It was almost unimaginable. It was so surreal. And my friend who took his own life, Joey, had a relatively similar. He was relatively similar to myself. Not only because of the common narrative of having depression, but we also, well, he was also studying mechanical engineering, which is my major. And I had classes with him, and I saw this kid every single day. And then one day he's vanished and he's gone. And it was so damn sad. The hardest part of that was watching every single person around me at the school grieve and cry and be so sad. The day after it happened, my college was extremely generous and set up a memorial service for my friend Joey. And everybody at school met at our fraternity house right outside, and we had been in our house the entire previous day. I mean, after it happened, I did not leave. And so right before we were going to leave for this memorial service, which was on our college campus, I kid you not, there were 800 kids outside, college students outside of our fraternity house. And that was the saddest moment. I don't think I've ever cried as hard in my life as then. And just seeing so much support, but seeing so much grief because of the loss of one person. That was hard. And so after that happened, it took about a week. It took about a week to get back into my classes. The school again was so generous through this entire process. I can't thank them enough for what they did. They did not have to do what they did, but they gave us excuses. And pretty much anybody that was struggling could ask school, and they would give them excuses from classes. And I needed it. I took it for a couple days. But after my friend Joey passed away, the effect of his loss on me was a lot stronger than not only that I had anticipated, but than I had realized until it was really, really affecting my daily life. And I would say about a month left of the semester, so like middle of November to the end of the semester, like mid-December, I had this downward spiral that really took a hit on myself. And after I finished classes, I did okay in my courses for that semester. But I came back home and my condition got worse. I was just struggling to function on a daily basis. I wasn't eating well. I wasn't sleeping well. I was so lethargic. I was so sad. I just was bundling it all up inside of me. I mean, it was hard to find motivation to do meaningful stuff during the day. That's how bad it got. And so I finally came out to my parents. I sought help. I met with a physician. I let my close friends know. And I had taken steps to see a counseling service when I got back to school. And I was put on an antidepressant for a period of time, and the medication that I was on was actually really helping me out. And I mean, I guess I'll withhold some of the information about it. That's kind of my personal business. Not that this isn't personal enough, but it was really helping me out, and I was really getting better. I was getting back on a routine. I was feeling great. I was working out every day, like first thing in the morning, and I was doing fantastic. And then I would say towards about March, early March, I started to get worse. I started to get really bad. And unfortunately, the medication that I was put on severely suppressed my emotional state of mind. And so things, triggers, good triggers in your daily life that should help you, get back on track, were not affecting me. And I essentially flatlined. I stopped going to classes. And without going too deep into it, I had to take a leave of absence this past semester. And I have been home since then. So, like I said today, I just came back from a counseling session. I've been meeting with a counselor for about the past month and a half, I would say. And it's been really good, been really constructive. But it's still tough. I still have daily problems with depression and anxiety every day, and it's still constantly fluctuating. But I'm getting better at handling it. I am. It's still really tough, but I'm working on it. And that's the story of my depression. I mean, it's a personal topic, but it affects a large part of my life, and I'm open about it. There's no need for the world to be unaware of it. I'm open with it. I'm open about it with my friends and definitely with my immediate family. But it's still tough. I guess the hardest part for me is motivation in life. And I tell you what, having a bike is a great form of self-counseling. Tell you what, if you were having a shitty day, there is nothing like hopping on your motorcycle, putting on your helmet, getting away from all your problems, and just thinking. But motorcycle riding has such therapeutic benefits to life, and I've heard this from multiple people that motorcycling benefits people with depression a lot. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna end that motovlog here. Comment below if you want to say anything, hopefully positive on this video, but anything that's on your mind, go ahead with it. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you would like, and thanks for watching. Have a good rest of your day.